Blam. Streaming time is a wonderful world where we get to see Candace today. Candace is going to prove herself yet again on Polearms Only because, if you don't know anything about... Click on the right thing, brain. If you don't know anything about this current Abyss cycle, on floor... Oh, I forgot. Whoops. I definitely should have tried to at least do floor 9 and 10 off stream, but I didn't think about that. Whoops. I guess we're doing floors 9 and 10 today, too. It's fine. It'll only take a few minutes. Hello, peoples. Anyways, what was I saying? Candace is going to carry us today, as she always does in Polearms Only. Not even joking, like, having Hydro at all is important, and Candace actually works better than people give her credit for, well, with C6. Without C6, yeah, they gimped Candace without C6, which is sad, but anyways. Speaking of Candace, alright, well, welcome to Polearms Only, aka I gush about Candace. I got the slight, very, very minor improvement. I went from yesterday on Strongbox, I got this feather, which is a 4-line with ER, EM, and crit rate, and I was like, yeah, well, you know, it's got 3 good lines on a 4-line, we level it up. And unfortunately I had 1 5 HP roll, but then it had, you know, a couple crit rate rolls and a bunch of ER, which was like, okay, my old feather on Candace was this one, right? Which is slightly higher in crit value, has extra EM rolls, a little bit more HP, but doesn't have the ER, right? And the old feather I was using was this one, which was just a bunch of crit rate and a bunch of ER. So I was like, okay, I can switch to a much higher crit value feather, and then switch to the new, better crit value flower, and switch to the new feather, and see what the stats look like. Is actually worse, from what I could test. Losing the HP percent is actually losing the HP percent and the ER. I think makes it and the EM. Like I lose like one total like 20 or so EM. It's actually just a downgrade. So whoops. It basically, here's what it looked like before. Blam. So 25,783. 58 crit rate with the catch. The burst crit rate is 70% crit rate, and then crit damage is 170 and 77 EM, right? And EM is relevant because like play Candace and, you know, Xiangling together, or like Hu Tao. Candace is oftentimes the one vaping, not the other way around. Not always, it depends, but you know, EM is actually good. So it's not that different, to be clear. It's very close in performance. It doesn't really make a difference. So what it comes down to is like just personal preference, right? Like stupid, goofy things. Like, does it give me a rounder damage number that I see that looks more satisfying to my monkey brain? The answer is no. It doesn't really look meaningfully different. It doesn't give like a nice, perfect round damage number. But what it does do, if you noticed before I switched her back to her old artifacts, look at her max HP when I switch her to her new artifacts. So switch back to this flower and then switch to this feather. Look at her HP. It's exactly 25,000. So she's never changing. She has like 4% less energy recharge, 6% more crit damage, and like 3% more crit rate. The extra crit rate actually might make her average damage be better on average with this new build, realistically. But I haven't bothered doing like a full calc or anything. It doesn't matter. It's not that much different for me to care about. What's all that's important is 25,000 exactly. Nah, I can't not keep 25,000 exact HP. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna come over here and craft my resin. We're gonna do dailies first, as always. So if you're a VOD watcher, sorry, skip ahead a little bit in the video. I always do dailies and whatever first in the stream, so that like if the stream is live for like 20 minutes or so, that's like when I can like get a peak-ish amount of viewers. So daily shouldn't take long. We'll do Gilded Dreams farming, and then we'll do Abyss. And that's basically going to be the stream. And as long as I don't forget,